Since today is Memorial Day, I decided to do a special video on, my grandfather. He lost his leg in World War II, and he served proudly in the United States Army. I'm not sure what platoon, but these stories are about, his ghost. See, he built this house from scratch. Him and his uncle, him and his brothers, built their home, nice brick home, themselves. So when he passed away back in the 80s, he died of cancer. And that's what usually takes out me and my family, is cancer. When he passed away, he never left. And these are just a few tales of old Grandpa coming back home. The first one I want to tell you about was when he left the Army and he went to the post office. He retired from the post office and decided to become a farmer once again. That's what you do down here in Georgia. You farm. So he would always wake up every morning at 4:30 and leave the house right at 4:30. He would go and wake up his kids, and he would wake up his brothers that lived next to him, blowing the horn, and then he'd go hang out with his other brother, and they would sip coffee and talk for a while, and then he'd always come back to the house right at 6:30. He was punctual. Well, one day my dad was sitting there watching TV, watching news, drinking some coffee at the bar. They have a bar in the house. And he noticed that the doorknob to the back door turned. Well, he thought it was one of the kids that woke up, because he had some grandchildren that lived up, not even a block up the road. And he thought maybe one of them was, out early in the morning, decided to come down and see Grandpa. No. He went to the back porch. No one was on the back porch. No one at all. So he closed the door, sat back down, drank his coffee, started watching TV. You gotta remember, my dad really didn't believe in the paranormal or ghosts or spirits or any of that other stuff. After he saw this, I'm not too sure. So once again, the doorknob opened, except this time the whole door flung open wide. And my dad said he felt a gust of wind, cold wind, blow through the doorway as the door swung open. He turned and looked at the clock, and the clock was at exactly 6:30. Exactly when Grandpa would come back from waking everybody up in the morning. That was only one story. Another story was they never really changed Grandpa's room when he passed away. It stayed the same. It had his clothes in it. It was just left the way it was when he passed away. So I spent the night. I was sleeping in the bed one day, and he had this big closet with sliding doors that would slide, to let you in there. And I was sitting there. It was about midnight, I guess. Midnight, 1, 2, I don't know. I stayed up really late and still do. It was after midnight, though. And I was sitting there reading a book. And I said, it's time to go to bed. So I got up, laid in bed, and I felt this really uneasy feeling. And I've seen a lot of ghosts. I've seen a lot of weird stuff. I've heard a lot of weird stuff. But to say I have an uneasy feeling is weird all by itself, because I never really get them. But I did that night. I got up. I walked around the room. Small room. Nothing really hiding. Nothing. I looked down, opened up the door, looked down the hallway, both ways, nothing. Closed the door, lay back in bed. Could not go to sleep, which is something because I can go to sleep really, really easy. But I just could not shake the feeling I was being watched. I got up. I looked in the closet. Nothing. I slid one door open, looked in one side. Nothing. Slid the other door open, looked in the other side. Nothing. Even had the light turned on. Started moving clothes around. Nothing. Well, lay back down third time, and this time I finally realized this ain't gonna work. So yes, me that's not really afraid of too many things that go bump in the middle of the night, see ghosts and don't really freak out and stuff like that. I had the light on in the closet and both doors wide open before I could go to sleep that night. And that was my tales for my grandpa. Wherever he ended up, may he find rest and peace. And to all of you that's out to celebrating this time of memories, may you have a happy and safe Memorial Day. A big thank you to all my fellow vets and to all those that never made it back home. We're always thinking about you, and thank you for your service.